Portobella's up there for me too. It's like the mushroom song.
Bro, that's why that song is special. Like, we were just kicking it and Nudy was like, man, I need something that's like groovy. You know, I need something that's just like, it's like shroomy. So I had took some shrooms or whatnot and I was just up at like 4 a.m. and like the room was like wobbling and I'm just making this beat. And it's crazy because I didn't like the beat at first. When I heard it, I was like, this sounds too weird. Like, I don't think he's gonna like this. And the next day he was like, this is it. He comes in, records, and Portobello.
Absolutely honored to welcome in today, Mr. Gumbo himself is Young Nudy in the building.
Bro,
my God.
No, Henry, Jesus fucking Christ. I told you he produced for Young Nudy.
It's not Nudy?
This is not Young Nudy.
Damn.
Right.
Someone almost equally as
bad.
legendary, though. We
My
got
bad.
someone who has not really done any interviews. This could be a one more time exclusive. We
go.
got Coupe in the building.
What's good? What's happening?
Yes, sir. Because
Nice
man,
to be here.
Yes, and it's nice to have you, man. Because
Good to have you.
I love to do my research and really just watch interviews that people have done before to avoid some of the like repetitive questions, right?
Yeah.
But when I was, I was like, damn, I can't really.
You can ask anything.
Yeah,
For sure.
I know. This is like
Everything
This is
is
open
open.
season at this point. So I was gonna say that I saw your Instagram story yesterday, and you said you were at a video shoot, and I saw that it was for peaches and eggplants.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it. I was like, yo, that looked so lit. There was like hundreds of people, lifted trucks, like music blaring in this parking lot. I was like, oh shit, like how was the video shoot? And you proceeded to tell me.
Man, we had about 500 to 600 girls pull up, try to be in this video shoot. It was crazy.
It was just a casting call,
Just
folks.
a casting call.
Not
You
even
know what
the
I'm saying?
shoot.
The parking lot was crazy. Parking lot pimping for real.
For real.
Like when something like that goes down, regardless of if it's a casting call or the actual shoot, like were authorities called? Like you looked like you were breaking lots of rules.
Nah, it's a vibe, bro. Anytime we do something, it's a vibe, bro. It's like, I don't know. Anytime we do something, the city come out. They just vote with us. So
All you need is good people. You got good people there, nothing goes wrong.
yeah,
There you
That's-
go.
chill vibes,
awesome.
man. When there's females around, hey man, talk to the
Right.
females. You ain't
Yeah.
gotta worry about nothing.
So are you going to be in this video?
Yeah, it's tomorrow, so yeah, more than likely.
What's
I be
the
trying to
role?
stay behind the scenes, but like
They pulled you in?
Yeah, they're like, bro, you need to be in the video. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be in it.
What
Yeah.
are you just like turning up kind of producer vibes
I
or?
don't know yet. I'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll just see as the day goes on. I'll see.
That's a team player right there, bro. He's just showing up, committed to doing whatever it is that the
for
team
sure.
needs.
Whatever y'all need, man.
That's amazing.
Yes, sir.
So that's my favorite song off the project.
With peaches and eggplant.
Yeah. I love that one.
I think mine's passion fruit.
Passion fruit's hard.
Yes.
Yeah. Just how it was made.
For me, it might be shrimp for me.
Shrimp, that's hard.
Like shrimp.
What's the name? Nastro made that. That shit is crazy.
That's a
bro.
good one.
I love that song too.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because I had a question of like which song had the most interesting backstory of like how it was made. So you were about to say your favorite passion fruit has an interesting story, or like
I think both of them, bro. We really 3 of them do. I
Okay.
think Portobello, peaches and eggplants, and then passion fruit, the peas, I guess. So, bro.
Damn, man.
bro.
That's a story right there.
Had you produced on shrooms before, or was that your first
Nah,
time?
that was my first time. Like he told me, like when we first started this project, he was like, I want to make a project that has like it's everything, but it has like those shroom vibes. And so I was like, shoot, I'm getting the character like Heath Ledger and just like go at it. And,
Wow.
And I took them shrooms and we made a crazy, bro. That song is crazy. I love to hear it now because like, dang, I was definitely out of there.
So 1 for 1 shroom beats getting placed. I think you need to make more beats on shrooms, is what I'm hearing.
we might in the future.
You know,
we might in the future.
Whole shroom EP.
Damn, our podcast is all about giving advice to like aspiring producers and shit. So like, I guess just
Are we gonna clip that up? Is it for real?
pop an eighth of shrooms? Like,
And
damn.
have at it.
yeah, I've had bad. Shrooms have not been my friend.
That's
in
sad.
the past. Yeah. Other hallucinogens have been my friend, but shrooms have not. No, I've always had a really weird, not so great.
The energy got to be right. Like you got to be
100%.
around people that have good. That's really what it is. When you're around people that have good energy, it's like you get that feeling, that energy from. It's like, yeah, I'm meant to do this. I'm meant to be here. You can just lock in.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
that's
people and then the environment. If you
Yeah, that's
if you're
another
somewhere that you can be for a while, and
Yeah.
it's like you feel comfortable, and the people make you feel comfortable, you'll be comfortable.
And I'm just already an anxious person, so it's not good matches for me.
Facts.
So let's go to passion fruit then. Your favorite?
Man, passion fruit is actually crazy. I had actually, this gonna sound crazy. I had actually been posting like Nudy knows me. I had been posting like R&B kind of like style videos on Instagram, just like, just like outside the box stuff. Like I still got some stuff up, like, and that week I had posted a video that was like R&B style kind of, and I went to the studio and Nudy was like, let's make some R&B stuff in my world. And I was like, dang, what does that sound like? And he's like, let's make it. So really with me and Nudy, sometimes when we're like working on music with a lot of songs like GTA Lifestyle, that's like an older song. Blue Cheese Salad, what's another one? Ready. Like we work on stuff together. So we actually worked on that beat together. Like I sat down and he was like, I want this sound. And I was like, okay, well, let me find it. And we just literally made Passion Fruit from the ground up together. Like he sat there and he was like, I want this. I went to it, played it. It's all from scratch. So that's why that's kind of my personal favorite, because when I made the beat, I was like, this is wavy. And then I was like, well, what is he going to put on this? And then he went in there and just, put the dots together, man. Made it come together.
Is Nudy the type of artist that maybe tries to match the producer's energy? Because a lot of times it's different for some, producer artist duos. Like some artists will be cool with going off of like what's a producer been working on, and then some producers are like, what are you on, and I'll produce for you.
I think he's on both. Because sometimes I come in the studio and I have something and he's like, bro, you got to come to my world today, like this ain't it. So I'd be like, all right, so what we on? Okay. But I think he's like cognizant of like, what I'm on too. Because like I feel like, I know this is old, but like when we did Dr. Evil, he really kind of gave me like, what sound do you feel like is like, and I was on some 3-6 shit heavy, and that's how we got Impala too. Yeah, like I was like, I'm on some 3-6 or 8-ball MJG shit, and he's like, well, make some shit, and he just, so I feel like it's half and half. Like he'll fuck with you, on certain shit that you're on, but sometimes he wants you to come to his world too, Nudy world, Nudy land. So it's both.
I feel like that's beautiful, man. I mean, just as someone, once again, y'all are, the creatives here on the
he struggled
pod.
so hard not to like do air quotes right there. I could fucking see it.
Nah, he's a creative.
I was like,
yeah, bro. Yeah,
I know,
creative.
I know, no, for sure. But I just like, that sounds like the perfect balance, right? Because if it's too one-sided either way, if you're having to like always tell the artist, or not tell the artist, but like give the artist what you think the artist needs, that can maybe work for a little while, but it's only going to be so sustainable. And I feel like, and the vice versa, you as a producer is not going to want to always have to dive into their world and not be able to give your creative input and like, steer the ship in the direction that maybe you're feeling. You know what I mean? So
it's always a balance. It always needs to be a balance. It never needs to be one-sided, because you get what I'm saying? Once it's one-sided, something's going to be lacking. So when you're collaborating, it always needs to be, I mean, every time it's not going to be equal, but if you can make it kind of like equal where it's like that, I feel like that's when the magic happens. Like when it's kind of like that. Yeah. Because we're collaborating, we're working together on a common goal. So
yep. No, for sure. So what do you think the difference is between Gumbo and the past projects that you've worked on with Nudy?
Man, it was, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound crazy, but it's the truth. Like usually me and Nudy, we're like real, like not serious, but like we're having fun, but we're like real locked in. Bro, we partied the whole time. Ooh. Like we had the studio lit the whole time. Like this is gonna sound crazy, but me and Kenny were working on roughs and we dropped roughs. And after that, Nudy called me like, I know you're working with Kenny, but he was like, after y'all get done, we're locking in for 3 months. And this was like the end of October. So he's like, we're locking in for 3 months, 3 full months. So it was like the end of October, November, December, and January. We made it in that span of time. And we had the studio booked out 7 days a week. So he was at the studio. I took Christmas Eve, Christmas, Thanksgiving, my son's birthday on October 31st, and that was it. We worked every other day, 7 days a week.
Wow. Holy shit.
Every day. Like the studio sessions was like 12 to until. Damn. So I would be up all day long working, but like people coming in, partying, like we having a good time. Like we had fucking crawfish broil like fucking 7 days in a row. Yeah. Like he was just, I don't know what it was. He just wanted seafood. So we was like kept having it. So it was just like, it was lit.
Yeah. So where did the name Gumbo come from then? One of those crawfish boils? Nah. Is that when you named the project?
Nah. Okay. So
he's like, well, might as well.
Nah, the name Gumbo came from Nudy was like, we always like when we make albums, we always have ideas for albums. So he was like, he wanted to basically he wanted to have an album where it wasn't so cohesive in the fact that we're trying to make a sound. Like, this is the sound. Like, if you listen to Anyways, it has a sound. If you listen to Dr. Evil, has a sound. Even Sly Muir has a sound when him and Pierre did that. But he was like, he just want gumbo, everything, just different type of flavors. So it was just, he named it gumbo because he was like, in gumbo, you put different type of stuff. You put shrimp, you get what I'm saying, rice, you have, what's it called, sausages. You just have, just different type of stuff in gumbo. So that's why he named it that. And if you listen to the songs, it's just different. You got R&B, you got Pancake, which is like a Houston, like Memphis, like mashup song. Yes. You get what I'm saying? You have Shrimp, like what he likes, this kind of like this weird, it's glidey. It's just weird. It's different. So it's just different like sounds and sonics put together to make just one project.
Yeah, that's fire.
So are we making another clip of advice for people to just party in the studio all day?
We're 2 for 2
Lock
so far.
It 7 days a week, throw ragers in the studio, book it out, invite all the girls, crawfish boils, and just run it. Is that the clip?
That's what you guys should do.
That's the vibe. I'm telling you, that is the vibe. Because it's like, I feel like girls influence music heavy, like the vibe that they give you, and girls like, they know what sounds good, because girls listen to beats, so they'll be like, I like the beat, so I like the song. So having females around, and a female, because I remember I did have a female with me when I made Portobello, and she was like, I was like, I don't like this beat, and she was like, no, this is fire, like this beat is fire. So it's just like the vibe of that with the partying and just having the homies around, and we're just laughing and talking, and we're just making music. It doesn't feel like a job. Just having fun.
Damn.
That's the key right there. When it doesn't feel like work, you're making your best shit because you're just living life, baby.
The music makes itself.
Yes.
You're not making it no more.
Flows through you.
Yeah, it just
you're
makes itself.
Just a vessel.
Yo, fuck getting an invite to the cookout. I want an invite to the crawfish boil at the studio with Nudy and Coupe.
Yeah, right.
This is like next level shit, man. All right, I got new goals at this point, Henry.
We got the sauce.
Yeah. Oh man. So take us back to the first time that you and Nudy linked. Like, what's the backstory there?
Well, yeah, this is crazy. I was working a job like a let me take a sip of this water.
Go ahead, get hydrated, my friend.
Yeah, let me get hydrated.
He's remembering that 9 to 5, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, he's getting emotional, bro. He's dehydrated now and shit. He's flustered.
But yeah, I was working.
Don't send him back there, guys.
No, I'm never going back there.
It's too late for that.
But I was working a 9 to 5, and it was a party promoter named John. They named him. His name was Valentine, but I called him Johnny Boy.
Okay.
But he linked me up with Nudy's road manager Rico at the time. Like, he was his driver basically. And Rico was like, send me some beats for Nudy. And I was like, all right, cool, I got you. So I sent him some beats, and he hit me back, and he was like, Nudy thought it was cool. He was like, you should pull up to the studio. So I pulled up, and I gave Nudy like a pack of beats. And he fucked with one particular, which I'm probably gonna put out on my project, but it's one particular that he fucked with. And he was like, Rico was like, this is the one, you fire, you gotta keep coming around. So, and that was like December 28th, 2018. That's when we first linked up.
So did you play the beats for him live in the studio?
No, I actually like sent him how Nudy was at that time. Like, now, of course we do, but he just like sent him and let me hear him while he's just recording. Like, he just runs through beats. Like, you send the beats and he's in the booth already. He's listening to him. If he likes it, he's gonna rap on it. If not, he can be like, next. That's how he records.
Damn. See,
he's in the booth while the beats are playing.
Yeah, so it's a gamble.
It's a gamble. You gotta be quick, man. That's what engineers gotta be quick too, because if that vibe is there, people have decided if they like a beat within 3 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell once it drops. Once the drums drop in, it's like, all right, this is it or it's not, and then you're ready to talk.
Did he skip like any of your favorites and you felt some type of way?
Yeah, he's done that before, man. He didn't skip some beats that I'm like, this is the one. He gonna love this one. This is right up his alley. And it'd be like, and he'd say next. It's like the first second of the beat, like next.
Half a second.
And then he picks the ones that you just kind of barely put on there. Didn't spend that long on.
Portobello, bro.
There you go.
Different stuff that you like. Even peaches and eggplants, bro. This is gonna sound crazy, but bro, like, I made that. I was visiting my mom. Like, I was visiting my mom just for a couple of days, and I made that in my old room in my drawers. Like, no cap, bro. Like just late at night, just chilling. Like, dang, I got to make some beats for Nudy because I know he's gonna probably record. And I made that beat in like it was unfinished, like 5 minutes. I was like, let me hurry up and make this beat. And I was like, this sound kind of fire. And I was like, man, I'm gonna leave some space and he'll just do what he do. And then I sent it to him like 2 days later, and he
now 21 Savage is on it.
And he's like, bro, this is the one. He's like, it's kind of crazy because he posts it on social media and it just like goes viral almost. And he's like, this is the one. I'm like, damn, bro, I wasn't even thinking that was gonna be the one. So the ones that you really like, you get what I'm saying, you just make and just, you know, just do.
Those are the ones.
Those be the ones.
Every time, bro. It's such a common thing, man.
Like that, I'm telling you, I feel like every producer that I know has said that same
all
thing.
of them.
It's the truth, bro. Everyone. Impala, same way. Impala, I made at Kenny's house. I made it at Kenny's house in like 10 minutes. And Kenny was like, bro, this beat is so hard. And Nudy called me and was like, I need beats. And Kenny was like, bro, just send it to him. And
damn.
Like,
shout out to Kenny, bro.
It's supposed to be for Kenny. That beat was supposed to be because we was on some, like his new tape that we're working on is on that type of shit, but it was supposed to be for him. And he was like, just send it. He was like, I was like, all right, I'm sending it to Nudy.
Damn.
Kenny Mason, the A&R.
Kenny Mason's a real one, bro. I don't know too many artists that are hearing like a fire beat and just be like, yeah, send it to that other artist.
Nah, because we made some more crazy stuff that day. We made a lot of stuff that day, bro.
Damn. Yeah. So far we've heard like take shrooms, crawfish boils, and then go to your mom's house and make beats in your drawers. And like,
and it works out.
Damn, bro.
Success.
This is amazing.
You kind of, real quick, you kind of glossed over real quick that you're working on a project.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear a little bit about that. I love producer projects are a big, like, I love producer projects.
Yeah, I'm currently working on just taking my time. I'm not trying to rush anything because I just have a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, I just feel like with the producer community, we got to like level up and really start taking our craft to the next level too, like experimenting. Because I feel like a lot of times we can be dependent on artists for placements or, you know, just certain things like that. And I love working with artists, but like, you know, us as producers, like we give the sound. So we're kind of like the canvas and they paint on it. So it's just kind of good for us to like step in that light and see what we can do too, especially when you have like I have a network of artists right now that I can pull from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I talk to different producers about it. I talk to like Metro and stuff about it.
Yo, speaking of Metro, like I would just say if producers are not inspired that you can like basically take this shit to new heights. I mean, Metro is absolutely crushing it, bro.
He is killing it, bro. With the Spider-Verse,
I know.
Like, bro,
like, it's insane, man.
It's ridiculous.
Shout out Metro for sharing our post about the Spider-Verse, by the way.
Oh my God. We immediately got like 400,000 views on our post because we basically just said that like he's doing this Spider-Man shit and how amazing that is. And he just shared it and it went fucking crazy.
And he's on the tail, you know, just less than a year ago, he dropped his producer project.
Heroes and Villains.
Just did stupid numbers.
Yeah.
He's obviously still crushing it. I'm wondering how your approach is to that. Do you have like a theme or a concept for the album? Because it seems like it can be harder when I'm assuming you're putting a bunch of different artists.
Yeah, I'm probably not a bunch. I'm gonna keep it kind of simple just for the first one because I wanted to be more intimate and more like cater to what I like right now before I just kind of like spread myself too thin. I want to kind of keep it kind of intimate, but I do have like a topic and I have artwork and just ideas definitely because it's just personal stuff. I can say that I'm big on like dreaming. So it's
can we get a title? Can we get an exclusive? Maybe
I can't
this
say
might be the
title,
time
but dreaming is in the vein. That's
okay.
Like I can't say the title, but dreaming is like the vein of it. Like it's gonna be crazy.
So who can we expect?
Man, so far, of course, Nudy.
Yes.
Of course, Kenny.
Yeah.
Baby Drill, he did a verse for me already.
Okay.
Me and Tony Snow are working on some stuff, just some because I fuck with Tony Snow.
Yes.
I'm trying to get James Blake. Me and James Blake have worked on some music.
Casual
I want to get him on it too. Like I love James Blake.
I love him.
So
yeah.
So definitely.
Suave did the funniest James Blake impression on the podcast.
That's how I met him, through Suave.
Of course.
There you go.
Like Suave's the GOAT.
He is.
So yeah, like Suave too, me and him got some records together. So just like intimate people like that I already work with, just building my own brand, you get what I'm saying, my own lane of stuff.
Are you guiding them, kind of like telling them the idea behind the project and kind of helping inspire them what to write about?
For sure. Like
to keep it cohesive?
Yeah, I want it to be, some songs are going to be just songs that I like, but for the most part, I do want it cohesive and I wanted to have a certain feel to it, musically, sonically, and just like, the rapping too. Like me and Nudy, we're gonna make some, you get what I'm saying, some thumping stuff every time. So we on what we on. But he has like a song that's on it called Never Snitch. I'll say that, Never Snitch.
Okay.
It's the beat, the song, how he's flowing over the beat. It's nuts, bro. It's nuts.
So this is going to be your first producer project, right?
Yeah, for sure.
How does it feel creating something that's for you versus, how you've done it in the past with artists?
Man, it's a lot of work. It's tedious. Everybody has their own schedule. So it's interesting, but I feel like it's coming together good in the way that I want it to, because I feel like when stuff is there's like a perfection and imperfection. So when stuff is not like how you want it, that's what makes like it that much more like great almost. I feel like anytime stuff is gone like perfect, it wasn't never really that good. But when there's like lulls or just everybody's everywhere and we're getting stuff done, that's what makes it just so much better when it comes out. So I'm excited about it.
Do you catch yourself overthinking shit?
For sure. I feel like if you're a creative, it's like you're going to always do that. Somebody's going to have to tell you, like, stop overthinking, stupid. You got this. Like, you've done this. Like, it's crazy. I used to be like, when I first started making music, I was like, dang, I don't never think I can make a beat this hard again. And it's like 15, 50, 100, 1,000 beats later, it's like, dang, I'm still making hard beats. So, you overthink stuff all the time. So it's just like in your mind, you just got to be set like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try it out. I'm not going to be scared. Let's see how it goes.
So whoever that girl was that told you that the Portobello beat was hard, can we make sure she hears some of the songs on the producer project first?
Right.
Like, so we don't lose like some fucking golden nuggets here?
Nah, I'll text it to her, yeah, for sure.
Okay,
We get her on as an A&R, man.
Yeah, FaceTime her a few times.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
We'll make sure she hear a couple of songs before they come out.
She gets 1%.
She actually did hear Never Snitching. No lie. I'm not going to lie. I played her that song. So she did. So she got one song that she likes on
Shout
there.
out to her.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the evolution like? I'm fascinated, and I think our audience can, take a lot from going from just you got connected with his driver to getting invited to a studio session, to then like he's in the booth, you're playing some beats. It's a kind of like nerve-wracking situation, probably, right? No. To now y'all are locked in for 4 months fucking straight or whatever. You got 9 out of 13 tracks on Gumbo.
For sure.
What can you point to like through the evolution, right? Like how did that actually play out the way it did?
Man, when I tell y'all this story, it's gonna be crazy. But y'all, this is the first one that I'm like. You guys are like kind of the first people that I'm gonna tell this. But
shout out one more time, podcast. Let's go.
It's actually crazy. When we did the first beat in December, I told y'all I met him in December when we did the first beat. He did that beat and I left my job. So that's basically what happened. He did the beat and I was like, oh my God, Nudy got on the beat, and I left my job.
Oh my God, Coupe was like, I'm out of here, yo.
I'm done. I don't care.
It wasn't even out yet?
Huh?
He just rapped on it?
He just rapped on it and I quit.
Because usually that doesn't mean shit.
It is around Christmas time, and I'm like, fuck this job. I don't care. I'm out. And I left, and he didn't rap on another beat till 5 months later.
Damn. Shit.
And through that time, Sly Mirror was made. He was making other songs with other producers, just all type of stuff. And really the thing I can say about it is I just stayed down and I sat back. As a producer, I feel like when you coming into the game, it's good to just sit back and pay attention. I feel like a lot of people are like, it's a lot of people out there with hard beats, but like they're just like ready to jump off the porch and just like get in there. But it's like I was invited to Miami when they made Sly Mirror. I literally sat there and just paid attention. Like just listen. Like Pierre sent him 200 beats and like he was just going through them and rapping. I was just watching the whole time. So it's like that kind of helped me get to where I am and just stayed down. Like cool, calm, collective, like have tough skin, like you're gonna get a whole bunch of no's. Like that 5 months was hell with no job and just getting like, I don't like this beat, this is not it, and you constantly working. And then finally we start making music and then he's like, nah, these beats are different, and we get into a groove.
What was different?
I think is probably my ego dying, probably like not thinking I know everything and just listening to what he said. Because Nudy's the type of I feel like Kenny's like this too, but Nudy's the type of person like he's gonna tell you what he wants. Like so either you can understand it or not, and he might say I like he used to tell me I want he used to be like that, I want that sound, and I'd be like, what the fuck is that? But now we've been so long together, I know exactly what that is. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just listening and paying attention, and I just like whatever sound he was on and moods too. too, because I feel like Nudy's a very moody rapper. Like if he's like in not a good mood, he doesn't want to hear like fruity, like mystical beats. He wants to hear some stepping stuff. If he's in a happy mood, he wants to rap over these type of beats. If he's in a sad mood, he wants some vibey. So it's just being able to switch with him and like change with him. And that's what, bro, like our sound changes like every 4-5 months. Like we're on some different stuff. We're on like the beats, the structure of it is the same, but maybe like the sounds or what we're using is just different.
Yeah.
Damn.
To add to what your original question, I feel like a lot of these stories, the producer linking up with the artist, it's kind of random sometimes. Like it just happens off of
For sure.
one little interaction led to this, led to that. And it's not like you have to like go to this dude's middle school together to be like to their person. If there's an artist you fuck with, you know, you keep an open mind, you shoot your shots, and shit can really just happen. It just happened like that. You know what I mean?
And I think what you went through for those 5 months,
Yeah.
people probably are willing to quit after 5 days of hearing no, of hearing like this beat isn't it, whatever, right? I mean, that's a testament to Coupe's, you know, like perseverance, honestly, to stick it out for like 5 months of seeing him rap on other people's shit, like in front of your eyes, borderline. You know what I mean? Like that's tough.
Was the savings account getting low though?
It was no savings account.
He was in debt, bro.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Credit cards.
But it was just like, I mean, it was worth it. It was, I don't know. I'm a very persistent person. I used to play piano and drums when I was a kid and just all different types of stuff. And people was like, I don't like the way you play it, or this doesn't fit this. And I'm always been the type of person that I'm just going to keep going. Like, can't nothing stop me. Cause it's just like, there's only so many no's you can say until a yes comes. And when that yes comes, I'm right on it. And that's really what it was. Like, it just, I wasn't making the right stuff. I wasn't in tune to what he wanted. But once I got in tune to what he wanted and what, like, how the sound that he was going for, it was like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Like, I feel like that's another thing too with producers. Like, you got to be flexible. Because I feel like us, you know, everybody like, oh, I have my certain sound. It's like your sound is your sound, but the artist wants what they want. So you have to be almost like coming in as like, I'm trying to help you out. Like, this is not about me, it's about the artist. So that's like how I look at things. It's always about the artist. If it's not my project, and even with my project too, I want the artist to be comfortable. But if it's not about my project, it's about the artist. So whatever you need, I'm going to assist you with that.
Yeah, I think people need to take a little bit more of a selfless attitude to things. And I think this goes for even with, you know, how we create content, right? It's like, we always get into this of like, we know, what do we want to make? What do we want to make? And like, you got to like what you're making. So there's, sure. You know, you can't just give Nudy exactly what he wants. If you're not enjoying it, that's not going to be fun for you. It's not going to be sustainable. But if you can find that happy medium of like, you fuck with it enough and it's something that he's asking for and like what he has in his mind, that's going to be the magic right there.
It's chemistry, man. Yes. Every time it's chemistry.
For sure.
And I feel like that's what it is. Like, you take what they have and then you sprinkle a little bit of what you like on it. And then that chemistry comes in. Cause now it's just like, bro, I might send 10 beats and he does 10 of them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All 10 of them. So it's just that chemistry is important and just having that ear for what they want.
For sure. So you mentioned you play keys, and I've seen a few videos of you like, you know, still playing.
Piano and drums, by the way, the two instruments I played growing up.
Yeah.
So shout out to us.
We're going to work on that bass next. That's what we're working on next.
Okay.
I love
acoustic bass.
Yeah.
So I want to ask honestly both of you guys probably this question.
Stand-up bass.
Yeah. So
The cello.
do you think that it's advantageous for producers to be able to play instruments?
100%.
Of course.
Okay.
100%. Now, I'm not the type of person that's like, if you use just loops that you're not a producer. I don't get down like that. I feel like everybody, because back in the day they were using samples. Most people weren't just playing everything. They were using samples. But I feel like a well-rounded producer should at least know how to kind of play like a simple chord structure. Because it's like, I'll use this example. One time, this is another crazy story. I have crazy stories for days.
That's what we're here for.
Love it. That's why I wanted you on, bro. It took us a while to set this up. We had like,
we was back and forth.
We had talked about this for a while.
I was out in LA coming back. You were like, bro, we couldn't get the schedule together.
It was always something, but yeah. So,
but my first, well, it's not my first, but like my second official time working with Kenny. he had called me out to LA and he was like, man, I want to just work on Rush. We were working on Rush, just like the start of it. He's like, man, I want you to work on my new project. And I was like, cool, I'm down. So he had called me and I got on the plane, put my bag on the plane, and I'm guessing when I put it up there, somebody like slammed their luggage against my bag, and my drive was in the front, and that's like my backup drive, but it's the only drive I took. And it has like loops, it has drum kits, it has beats, it has everything. And I had a new laptop. I had just bought a brand new laptop. And when I got there, I didn't know, but when I got there, I pulled it out and I was like, dang, it looked like somebody hit it. And I had no loops, no beats, no anything, just a computer with Fruity Loops and VSTs on it. And me and Kenny sat there and made beats from scratch for the first couple of days until I got some more loops. Like, what if you get what I'm saying? So what if it was just like, I was just been out of luck, but we just like made stuff from scratch, and BOA was made out of that. What else did we make? We made in Encino. We made Mama Don't Know off his last project, just like straight from scratch. So like nothing. So I feel like if you use loops, that's perfectly fine. I love loops because I love to hear what like somebody else hears and like make my own twist. But I feel like if you produce, you have time to like play around with keys and like just try stuff, just like at your house in your leisure, just practice.
Yeah,
that's all it takes.
So I know you mentioned that you executive produced for Kenny.
Yeah.
Right? Did you EP Gumbo? Or just had 9 of 13?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Me and Nudy don't never say that because it's collaborative, but yeah, like, because I did, like, we picked the songs together. We went through the track list. We did the transitions together. It's the same. I just don't, like, take credit because it's like we're doing it together, but yeah, basically. Like, because I helped him pick the songs. Me, him, we have an engineer called Vern that we call him Vern Ski, and KJ. We just kind of, like, all sit down and pick through the songs, but me, Nudy, and Vern, we do transitions, everything, all the transitions.
Yeah, because for me, I'm trying to understand, and I think our audience, could benefit from this as well, is like, what do you have to do to deserve the executive producer credit?
I mean, you got to see it through the end, like see it from beginning. I know a lot of people say that already, but like not just making the beats, helping with the recording, helping with how the song is structured, helping with the transitions, if there's going to be any transition skits, all that stuff, you have to see it through the end. So it's like, when I first started working with Nudy on Anyways, it was just Nudy sending beats. Nudy does it, puts it together. But when we start getting more towards EA Monster, like Dr. Evil, we did it a little bit, just tried it. But like EA Monster and Gumbo, like definitely, I made the beats. We went over the recording, what we liked. We put the songs together, did transitions for them, everything, put it together to the end. Like, and same thing with Kenny. Like, I did Kenny's Roughs and this new Project 6. Like, we put it, like, worked on everything to the end, even mixing. Like, with all the Nudy stuff except for Anyways, but Dr. Evil, everything, I'm heavy on mixing and mastering, heavy. Like, 9, 10, 11, 15 different versions of the song. And Nudy has the final say, what he likes, but definitely heavy in it.
Now, the vocal's a little too bright on track 4.
Yeah, let's turn that down. That's not it.
So, between Nudy and, Kenny Mason, let's say, right? Like, how different are they in terms of their creative process, how you have to work with them, right? Like, how is your experience as a producer different between those two?
I feel like with Nudy, it's more like, more free, more like party type, almost like let's have fun with the music and just like let's vibe out with the music real hard. Like I told y'all, let's have a party in the studio, let's do this, let's do that, let's have a crab boil, that type of stuff, crawfish, whatever. And then we're working on the music, and then once the music is done, we get like intricate. After that, it's like let's get intricate, make sure it's hitting hard, music, songs cut right, all that type of stuff. Kenny is more like intricate from the beginning. Like what me and Kenny do kind of is we make demos. So like we'll make a demo of a song that we like and see if it sticks, and then we'll work on it later. So it's more of like we're not finishing the song right there. So we might have like, especially for the new project, we might have a song that we make and it only has a hook and a verse, and we're like, are we really married to this? Does it need more sounds?
To me, that's the perfect amount. That's my favorite thing to do is one hook, one verse, and then marinate, move on. And if it's still hitting the next day, next week, then you got the go to finish it.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a different type of workflow, but I fuck with both, like both completely, but it's just a different type of workflow. Like that one is different because sometimes like you'll have a sound, I don't like this sound, let's take this out. Or you'll have like something that needs to be added. Like with the new project, we added guitar on a couple of tracks, like some almost like Memphis stuff that I did. And I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what it needed. So yeah, we do a lot of demos and we vibe out too. Me and Kenny, we vibe out, but we're like more intricate from the beginning. It's just it's just because Kenny's like real intricate with his rapping and what he wants to say and stuff like that. So it's just different type of workflow.
Yeah, it shows in the music, I think, right?
Yeah, for me, I think like the biggest takeaway that I have so far, hearing your story is like that flexibility, man.
Yeah.
Just even let's taking the two of the artists that you work with. I know you have a few others. Baby Drill is, another one you're locked in with. Others, of course, Suave, etc.
For sure.
Yeah, but like let's just even take Kenny and Nudy. Those are vastly different artists and vastly different processes that you have to go through. So like if you're stuck in your ways and you're not able to adapt, you're going to be very limited, I feel like, with the type of artist and the type of music you can make.
Did you say processes?
Processes?
Why you got to call him out like that?
Because he's making words up. I got to call him out. That's what I'm here for.
Processes?
Processes. It's just.
Fuck you, Coupe. Why you got to get on Henry's side, bro? All right.
Making up words.
So, greatest artist-producer duos. Let's hear them.
How many?
So many. But who are your favorite? Let's do like top 3, maybe 5 if you get like real excited.
Top 3. That's I don't want to leave nobody out.
Oh shit! All right, we'll go 5. Come on.
Okay, let me see. That is so hard.
That's tough.
It's so hard.
I'm putting you on the spot, but we need it.
I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna sound like I don't think everybody's gonna agree with this, but Pharrell and Snoop.
Oh shit!
Sure.
I mean, Pharrell and anyone, but like,
Pharrell and Snoop, bro. I love their songs, bro. I love their songs together.
So good.
I don't know what it is, but like as a kid, bro, anytime they got on a song, it's like it's perfect.
Yeah.
Timbo and Missy for sure.
Yes.
I just like his bounce with Missy, bro. He just got a different type of bounce with Missy.
Amazing.
Dang, I'm gonna have to throw this in there because I've been listening to this a lot too. Timbo and Justin, bro.
There you go.
Timbo's on there.
I gotta get him twice. Bro.
Yeah.
Dude, he's that good.
Who else? Metro and Future, bro.
Yes.
I can't leave that out.
Come on.
And the only thing is because it's just like, bro, Metro and Future is just like, bro,
Iconic.
Yes, bro. I feel like, bro, 2015 like changed my life a little bit.
Are you from here, by the way?
No, I'm from Macon, Georgia. Actually.
Okay,
an hour from Atlanta.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But still, you're watching from afar if you're down there.
But I was here when that happened.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you were already
I
here?
just grew up in Macon, but I actually moved here like 2011, 2012.
Okay, so you were here in the thick of
Yes, and it just was like
inspiring as fuck.
Yes.
Did you miss Gucci Zay, or were you part of that?
I was a part of that in Macon. Like Gucci was a big part. Gucci and Jeezy were a big part in Macon. So like both of them is just legends. So definitely Gucci.
Yeah, because you got your first plaque with Gucci.
Yeah, I got my first plaque with Gucci.
Damn,
that's crazy. Like back home, they were tripping. They were like, "Bro, I would never expect that you would, get a plaque with Gucci." I was like, "Man, that's just how life works." Man.
Yes,
that's how life works.
No, we're here for it. If you had to, look at your crystal ball, right? What's the next plaque you're getting?
Man, probably this peaches and eggplants because
it's going dummy, bro.
It's going crazy. So yeah, definitely probably.
If the casting call for the video shoot looks like the most lit video shoot I've ever seen, then like
you thought it was the video,
100%.
It was the casting call.
Well, because he told me he was going to a video shoot. He didn't say it was the casting call.
I thought it was a video shoot too.
He didn't even know what he was going to.
It was so many people there. I'm like, oh, this is the video. They're like, no, this is just the casting call. I was like, this many people here for it.
It's amazing.
So yeah. So okay, let me finish. I gotta finish.
Yes.
This is because it's like different opinions, but bruh, Southside and Thug.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Southside is the reason I wanted to make beats. I just gotta say that.
We need it.
He's the reason when I heard Slime Season 2, well really Slime Season 1, he did a song with Thug called Rari. And then on Slime Season 2, he did Big Racks. And I used to I wasn't even making beats then, but just listening to that beat, I was like, bro, who made this beat? Like, that was like my introduction to like producing. I was like, bro, who made this beat, bro, for Big Big Rats. Just how simple it was, but the Bounce and Thug just like rapping over it. So yeah, like they're one of my favorite duos, like Southside and Thug.
And just what he's done with 808 Mafia is so impressive to me.
Bro.
Like we need more producer collectives.
A real boss, bro. I feel like my homeboy Mojo is on there. Mojo Crazy, because he like has a lot of other producers like Flip, True, just different producers under him. So I feel like he's trying to do that right now. But we definitely need more of that, because 808 Mafia is like it's a staple in hip hop.
Is it basically like the only two I know? Is it basically just 808 Mafia and Internet Money? Like,
well, they had air drummers too. Air drummers, because you got to put that, because he had
Don't forget Mike.
He had 30 Rock to come out of air drummers.
Right.
So it's like so you got to put air drummers in there.
Okay, but like others, I mean,
I feel you. There's not a lot.
there needs to be more.
Yeah.
If there's like a ton of rap groups I can name and like rap collectives, then there needs to be more producer collectives.
Definitely more.
All
That's
right.
kind of crazy that there's not more over all these years.
Coupe, we need one. Start
Right?
one.
Gumbo.
You got to. You got
I don't
to.
know if I can, man. I don't know if I can. I'd be so busy, man. I like
Bentley Music Group.
nah, man. I have to find a name for it. Maybe like two door productions.
Ooh.
Okay, he's already thought about this.
Two
Yeah,
door,
something
baby.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Because if I did it, I would want to focus on my producers more. I wouldn't want to be the producer that's like, I'm busy, bro. I got this. Like, so that's when I get like, I guess I might do it if I get like a little bit more free time in the future to really like hone in on that. I might do that. It might be a thing.
For sure. So you clearly like to like lock in with artists, build sounds with artists. But like, did selling beats online ever cross your mind when you started getting into producing?
It's kind of crazy. I did think about it, BeatStars, when I first started. I was thinking about doing BeatStars, and I actually did do it. So, hey, you guys, I might have an account up with BeatStars. That's
You
just
can
sitting
get
there with
Coupe
some
leases
beats
like
for
$25.
Shit.
So it might be up there. I don't know, but I did start one, and then I was just like, this is not what I'm trying to do. And I
Why not? Like,
well, because I wanted to always like, I used to watch videos of like Pharrell and Timberland and them with like artists. So it was like, I didn't want people to like buy my beats and not come to me for them.
He's a producer. He's not a beat maker.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna say something about that too. I don't feel like that's not a producer either. Like I feel like in this generation, I feel like in this generation, it's you can make it from, because bro, just think about Cash Money AP, bro.
I know.
He came from the YouTube and
Yeah.
all that, and then he locked in with folks. So I feel like
But he wasn't producing when someone else across the country was buying his beat.
yeah.
To me, that's not producing.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You
So
never meet the guy. You get their beat, then you get in the studio.
I'm staying out of this shit.
To me,
Y'all-
the
y'all-
engineer in the session was more of a producer than the guy that just made the beat. Like,
Damn.
I'll put it.
I
out
don't
there.
know, bro.
I don't
it
care.
starts. I always say it starts with the beat, man. It starts with the beat. So if the beat is on there, you did some producing. That's how I feel about it. But everybody has their opinion. But I feel like if the beat is there, you start. I feel like there's different levels of producing. That's what I do feel.
Yes.
There's different levels. There's like an intermediate to like a expert. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like there's different levels of producing. But I feel like if you can sit down there and program some drums and do all this, you can produce. But there's different like levels of it. And as you grow, you'll learn that. So that's how I feel about it.
For sure. Yeah, no, I just always feel like there's kind of the two sides of the spectrum, right? There's the like internet only, never met an artist in a studio session in their life, selling beats online character.
for sure.
And then there's the
DJ Khaled.
And then there's
doesn't make a beat.
And then there's the DJ Khaled.
Who produces an entire album without programming a single drum.
Yeah.
It's just the difference of some people have like how y'all said the girl A&R this like the song and the beat. Like some people just have an ear. Like we have I have an A&R that I work with a lot. His name is KJ. Shout out to KJ.
Shout out KJ.
KJ just has an ear for music. He has an ear, and I ask him a lot of times. Another person too, Rico. He actually works for Lotto now. He's Lotto's road manager. But Rico, he used to work for Nudy. That's who introduced me to Nudy. He's another one. Like I go by and I'll just stop by and like play him music. Be like, what you think? Honest opinion. So it's like I feel like you can be a producer that does not make beats, because like if you have an ear for music and you can put a project together, like transitions, everything, like this doesn't sound good, but this sounds good, you can. But I just want to be in the field. I'm trying to be in the field. I'm a soldier, so I'm trying to be in the field.
I love
I'm
that
trying to be
shit,
in the
man.
field.
I love
Shout
that
out Rick
shit.
Rubin, who is one of my favorite producers. Can't play any instruments, can't work any computer programs, and has never made a beat. Like, but has
genius,
just the ear, bro. It's
Genius,
the ear.
Bro, I shit you not. I'll show you guys after this. Last night, I get a text from my dad, and my dad's 77. So he had me when he was 45. He texted me, study Rick Rubin. Because the 60-minute special was on rerun. You know, it came out like months ago.
We've already seen it, of course. Yeah.
And so I call him immediately. I go, Dad, I've obviously seen that already like 4 times. You know? And he was like, oh my God, but I was just blown away.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So if my dad is tapped in and knows that Rick Rubin's the fucking GOAT, then like he's the GOAT.
Definitely.
But bro, AI producers.
Oh God, here we go.
Are you worried, bro? Are you worried?
No, and I'm gonna tell you what I told
Are
somebody.
they coming
before.
for your spot, bro?
Look, I'm gonna tell you what I told somebody before. AI is amazing. It's analytical. It's a machine. It does not have a soul. So when you make music, when he makes music, when you do what you do it with your soul. So I'm never worried about a program taking my job ever. I'm gonna always bring soul and value to what I'm doing. So I'm not worried about it. It's amazing. I'm definitely gonna utilize it because
that's my thing right there.
You gotta utilize. You gotta learn it because like it's kind of crazy when I was like going over processes for my album. I was trying to get a album art, and we use just AI to just generate some ideas, like just to look at ideas. So it's like you can use it as a tool, but like to be scared of it, I feel like, oh, it's going to take my job. Like if you feel that way, then it is, but I don't feel that way. I'm gonna use it as a tool.
Exactly. It's the people that are afraid that the AI itself is going to take their job, and the real person that's going to take your job is the person that knows how to use the AI.
Yes.
You still have to give it prompts. You still have to tell it what to do. You still get to have your human soul in it and tell it how to. But yeah, you got to learn. Eventually, you're just going to have to learn how to do it. So,
because just think about the '90s. Just think about the '90s. They were using beat machines, the like TR 808s and stuff.
Yep.
And well, that was kind of like in the '80s, like late '80s, '90s. But they were using like the MPCs and stuff. And then they were probably scared when they were like, "It's a computer that you can put a program on and make beats. Like it's gonna end us. How can I use that?" And some producers adapted, and you know, Timberland's making beats on Fruity Loops. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like you just gotta adapt to the situation. I'm not worried about it. I'm welcoming it.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like I listened to the Blog Era podcast recently by Eric and Jeff Rosenthal. It's actually Pharrell's company Othertone or whatever. Yeah. They produced it as well. And even hearing like those artist stories, like, you know, you take someone like a Joe Budden and a Kid Cudi and, you know, all these like products of the Blog Era, they embraced the blogs. Whereas like other artists, when these bloggers would hit them up for music to post, they'd be like, you think I'm going to give you my music for free for you to upload on your fucking little dweeby site? Those artists did not make it through, bro. But then you take someone like a Cudi, a Joe Budden, you know, all the artists I named, like they were embracing it, bro. Kendrick, J. Cole, Charles Hamilton, whoever, right? Like these people were like full on embracing it, and they became the biggest artists, you know, in the world because of it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to be the guy that's like, the internet's just a fad.
Yeah. That's just you gotta be square to be like that. Because I even think about after, you remember the Blog era came in, and then after that the mixtape era.
Yeah.
Free tapes. Like Future and them were going crazy. And if you think about it, bro, these producers weren't getting any royalties from those. Like they might get an advance, like I'll pay you for this beat straight up, but they're not getting any royalties from a mixtape dropping. Yeah. And they was out there working their ass off. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you got to embrace it, bro. You got to be able to change with the times.
Yeah. So have you basically been producing all within this, other than of course the AI like creeping up on us now, but like has it all been kind of like streaming era for you? Like has the era been the same?
Yeah, it's been. I came in. I was blessed to come in during the streaming era because it was like I started. My first one was 2019, but it's kind of funny because Nudy dropped the first tape I was actually on with Nudy was Faded in the Booth, and it was a mixtape. He dropped it as a mixtape, so I didn't get paid for it. It's, it's kind of funny. He was just like, "Man, I want to drop a mixtape," and he dropped the mixtape, so I didn't get paid for it. So I was like, I got paid later on, but initially when he dropped it, I didn't. So I got a taste of it at first, but nah, man, straight streaming. So it's a blessing, but you know, just like knowing how to work it too is just like, it was different back then. They had to really grind it out. We're kind of blessed. That's why I'm taking for it. Like take advantage of it, because it's like, bro, it's a blessing that you can actually post a song and make money.
Yeah,
like a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
a little change.
Point for
so like speaking of kind of the money side of things, right? I'm always interested in, what was your approach when you started making beats? Like, were you giving all your beats away for free at the beginning? Were you charging a small advance or something? Like, you know, how did you treat money?
Nah, it's actually crazy. I was working a job when I first started making beats, and I was giving them away for free because I feel like with music, it's the love of it. Like you have to have a love for it, a true love for it. If you want to like perfect your craft and go heavy, you got to have a love for it. So it really wasn't. Of course, you want to make money off of it, but it wasn't about the money. Like I had linked up with the my homeboy Barry. He passed away, but Barry Bonkers. He that's how I got the car start on my tag too. Just like
That's a fire name.
Yeah.
Barry Bonkers is so cool.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to him, man.
Yeah. He passed away, but I started working with him heavy. He was like the first person that I started really working with. And we was just doing it for the love, bro. He would pull up to my house or I would pull up to his house, go to cheap studios, $25 an hour, $50 an hour, like on Metropolitan in Atlanta, and just make music for free. Just, I mean, because the love of it, that's really what it is. Just the love. Like I wanted people on my beats. And at first, like they were horrible, but like he helped me kind of like get better at making beats and like knowing how to be like more simple. Like with making beats, because I was making crazy beats at first, just a whole bunch of arps and noises, and he was like, "Bro, I can't rap on this."
Some stock Omnisphere type of
like
vibes.
What's it, morphine?
Yeah.
What's it, citrus? All that
Citrus.
stuff. Yeah, so like I was making stuff like that, and then it just developed from there to me like really honing in on it. And I mean, the money just came. Really, that's why I fool with Nudy. Like when I first started working with Nudy, he just gave me money, bro. Like it wasn't like I had to ask him or anything. Him and my boss man Dollar, man, they just gave money. They made sure we were straight. So it wasn't like I was like I needed. They were like, we see a talent in you and we fuck with you. So they just made sure I was straight. So I never was like money. They just put me in a position to where I was actually straight and could take care of my family.
Man, shout out to them.
Yeah, man.
That's
Shout out to Nudy and $1, man.
Yeah, that sounds
real ones.
That sounds like a fairy tale for most producers. Like,
I mean,
the artists and team are actually like handing out money.
Not handing it out, because if I didn't do nothing, if I didn't add value, they wouldn't give me no money.
Well, okay,
but you know,
poor choice of words, but
Yes.
basically like doing good business. Like I don't know, it just
they
that's
solid.
definitely rare, man.
They solid.
It does seem like though all the people that lock in with artists and end up becoming an artist's like go-to guy do give beats away for free though. They're not like charging an artist and then develop this crazy relationship. Honestly.
Because it's the love thing, man. I think that we talk to too many independent artists, producers, whatever, people that want to be in music. And if your main goal is to make money off of it and like that's what you're really chasing and that's what's going to satisfy you, you're probably in the wrong fucking gig.
Yeah.
Even like with you and I with this, right? It's like if we didn't genuinely want to come here and talk to people like Coupe or talk amongst ourselves about music industry topics, we would probably be in the wrong fucking game because like this is a long game when it like, financially speaking, whether you're content creating like us or whether you're, music producer, engineers, etc., artists. I mean, it's a long,
it's
like,
a roller coaster, man.
Yeah,
It's
and
ups and downs.
and it's
like,
inconsistent.
It's never straight. So anybody who's just coming into it that's thinking like, oh yeah, once I make it, that's it. It's like, it's ups and downs. Like you have times where you feel low, where it's like, I can't make a beat. Like I beat block, all this type of stuff. Like they're not liking these beats or whatnot. So it's ups and downs, but it's just staying consistent and staying focused, bro. Just I feel like hard work trumps skills any day. So if you're a hard worker and you're dedicated, like nothing can stop you, you're gonna make it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how it goes.
So, you have a very like select crew of, artists that you're working with closely right now, and you have been. What do you look for specifically in an artist to lock in with?
Man, just really the first thing that I said, like hard worker. Like Nudy was working before me, so he taught me my work ethic. Like Nudy we used to go to LA, fly to LA. My first time in LA, we flew and we stayed in the studio the first time for 2 days straight. I hadn't taken a shower in 2 days, like making music when we were doing anyways. So like that's what type of worker he is. And then just going from that to seeing Kenny locked in, writing. Kenny's like he freestyles and writes, but just writing songs, writing demos, and just staying consistent, always working, always perfecting. Kenny makes beats too. So it's just like that. And then seeing Drill used to be around us in the studio, just hanging around, just sitting down, and seeing him like, I want to rap. And then we give him beats. My homie Mojo and 20 Rocket, they were like fucking with him before anybody. They were like, he the one, like we fuck with him. And he just working hard and getting to it. So it's like the first thing I look for is hard work ethic. And then moving on from that, do you have the talent and skill? Like, can you hone those skills? Like, are you a good rapper? You know, everybody's not a good rapper. So some people might be good at like listening to beats, like this beat, they can pick the best beats. Some people give the vibes. Some people like just are amazing rappers. So just different things, bro. I look at all different types of things, bro.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean,
I just love how you picked hard. Yeah, I was gonna say I love how you picked hard work, and you know you didn't mention Suave, but like he's like almost obsessive and to the point of like
he's aggravating.
Yeah,
he's aggravating.
He's tough to work without. Yeah,
but he's aggravating.
I love him too, but he's in his head, and he's a perfectionist. We talked about perfectionism and how that's like been a hindrance for him, you know, in his career because it's like he's overthinking the fuck out of things, and he's dealt with, you know, of course, mental health stuff because of it and all that. And I just know that he's always like so fucking attentive to detail and just like overthinking it, you know.
I was in the studio with him before I went to LA. We were working on like an R&B track, and he's always building on. He's another person that does demos too, and I fuck with that. But he's always building on something or trying to like. He tries to squeeze the juice out of a song. Like it tells like, okay, this is it. Like, bro, we're gonna leave it. I feel like we did that with our Meet the song when we made that. Like he's gonna squeeze the juice out of a song. But I feel like that's what makes great music sometimes. Like you have like different versions of something and you get it until you get it to what you feel is the best version for the people. So
does that almost result in getting tired and sick of the song?
Yeah, it can. When you hear a song too many times, it can just be like, I don't want to hear the song no more. I done heard the song a billion times. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's kind of crazy with me. Once the actual song is out, I don't listen to it no more anyway. So I'm on to the next one.
I feel that.
I know you know that too.
Oh, and I'm mixing and mastering a lot of the songs I'm producing. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah, so
add that on top.
After you get it out, you're like, yeah, I'm done. But yeah, that's like a big thing. But I feel like every song doesn't need that. But I feel like certain songs, when you're trying to get a certain message across, it's good to do that. And some songs you just make instantly and it's like, oh, this is the one. Like, we ain't got to touch that. Like, I've done that with each artist too. Like Suave, Kenny, Nudy, I've done that with all them too. Like we did one song and I'm like, this is it.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, changing shit for the sake of changing it, like we've talked about that with the artists you've worked with, it's like sometimes it might be just that's it.
Yeah,
and it
man.
worked.
I told y'all before, bro, there's something perfect about imperfections. I don't know what it is. Because sometimes, bro, like when I'm producing, like I'll be in the studio producing and I'll make a mistake on the actual drums. And
that's the hardest shit.
It'll be hard. You'll be like, what the fuck? Like, I'll make a mistake and I'll just keep it. Like, and at first I used to change it back, but then I started noticing like, no, this is kind of hard. So like I'll make a mistake and I'll just keep it, and it'll be like like you said, the hardest shit on the song. So
leaning into mistakes, bro. That's my favorite shit. I wonder like if Quavo wrote, now everywhere I go, they say congratulations. Like, did he mean to leave the con off of that? Like when rappers like make up words even or pronounce a word wrong, and I'm like, that shit was hard.
I'm telling you something perfect about imperfect.
It's human, and it makes them feel human and more like relatable.
It's crazy, man. I didn't think my dad would make it into my podcast twice, but he sent me this New York Times article that it's basically titled, I think, like, "Is Music Too Clean?" And he read the title thinking like, oh, like, has rap music become like, you know, less explicit, like in lyrics and shit? But the point of the article is exactly what y'all are talking about of like, is it where, you know,
too perfect, too programmed?
Yeah, exactly. You can nudge a drum back to where it's supposed to be. You can tune a vocal to be perfect. You can add a breath, like you add breaths for the artist to make it sound like they're actually fucking breathing.
That's
to make a punch in, not sound like a punch in.
Yeah,
that's fire right
But it's ridiculous, bro.
That's hard.
But you know, it's interesting that y'all are, you know, bringing that up, and it's like, oh my god, my dad's made. I'm gonna have to send him this episode.
Well, I have he gave me the article, by the way, yesterday.
That's what it was. Yes,
I have it, and we're gonna maybe do an episode.
Amazing,
on that.
bro.
Shout out,
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely do that on melodies too. Like sometimes I won't nudge them. Like if it's already, because I feel like sometimes when it's like not on the grid, there's like a certain bounce to it.
Yes.
And secret sauce, man, I'm gonna give y'all secret sauce samples too. Like sometimes when samples are just a little off, and you put those drums on them, the bounce is there. It gives it a better bounce. Like I do that a lot with Kenny. Like the sample be a little bit off. It's not like on, it's kind of off, but then the bounce is just there. Like the
think Jay Dilla would be Jay Dilla if he quantized all his fucking drums? Hell no.
No, he would not. And that's what made his stuff so special. The bounce, bro.
The bounce.
Oh man,
for sure. Well, Coupe, we have entered a final segment of the podcast.
Oh shit!
Buckle the fuck up, my friend.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
Coupe, this is the rapid fire rampage.
Oh, damn.
It's going to be a 3-part rampage.
Okay.
I'm going to start with some short answer questions. Very simple. Let's get to it. Starting very, very simple. Just ease into it.
All right.
What is the best music podcast on the planet?
One more time podcast. So make sure I get it right.
Yes.
Correct.
Thank God.
3 desert island plugins. You can only have 3 plugins for the rest of your life.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know.
3 plugins for the rest of my life.
Got to
That's
stick
it.
to them.
Damn, I'm finna give folks the sauce.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Electra X,
Okay. That was one of my first. It still hits.
Omnisphere.
Yep. Huge.
Ooh, that last one. Juno 106. I think is it Juno 106, but the Juno.
The keyboard is.
Yes, Juno.
Fire. I had this one. You kind of asked it. I was going to ask 3 things an artist could do to like start working with you, but I think they
Sounds
gotta,
like just work hard.
They got to work hard and then have talent.
Yeah.
We'll skip that one.
Well, no, you can ask me that. I'm gonna speak on that. I'm looking. I'm always looking for new talent.
Well, let's make it
And-
clip worthy. Let me ask it officially then. So maybe we make a clip
Okay.
out of it. Coupe, what are 3 things an artist could do if they want to work with you?
Talk about not being like organic and real.
It'll look good in the clip.
Nah,
Art is podcasting too clean. God bless.
Right.
work hard. Be open to different beats, and man, be positive.
Shout out positivity.
No one has
Yeah.
time for the negativity.
Yeah, like let's be positive. If something don't work out, we gonna keep it running.
This shit's already hard enough.
Yeah,
Why do you have
like-
to bring that Debbie Downer
Be
shit in the
positive.
equation?
Love it. Coupe, zombie apocalypse. It's here. It's happening.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You can pick 3 weapons to defend yourself.
3 weapons to defend myself. Well, I'm gonna have to go with that Glock. We gonna get that.
Yep.
The first
Yeah.
thing.
First things first.
Let me get that machete.
Okay.
For that close combat.
Yes.
Ooh. And 3 things to defend myself.
Zombies.
Zombies.
They're here.
Let me get some dynamite, man. We're gonna blow some zombies up. We're gonna
Yes.
go crazy with it.
Dynamite. That's a
Yeah,
good
we-
one.
we gonna blow
God,
some-
yeah.
we gonna blow
Yeah,
some
he's going to
stuff
lure
up.
them all into one place, but he's going to have the yes.
Yeah,
And then it's gonna lure all the other ones, and I'm gonna be gone to the next station. You know what I'm saying? I love Walking Dead. That's one of my favorite
Okay,
shows.
yeah.
There you go.
Smart.
Coupe, what is a weird talent of yours that nobody knows about?
A weird talent. I don't think
Oh, you got one.
I don't think I got
That's
it.
something.
Let me just put this in perspective. Bear One Boss
Don't
got
tell him
asked
that
this
one.
question,
Okay.
and he farted with his armpit.
Bruh.
So, like, I don't know if you got something like that. I mean,
You're
it
spoiling.
Nah.
See, now
was it was good content. Like,
No, it was great content.
Coop, if you got something like that,
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I got no weird talent.
Are you like really good at Jenga or like can you like shoot a bow and arrow?
Jenga.
Yeah, really good. I'm trying to think because I mean, if you wouldn't ask me down on the spot, I probably would know something. What I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we should send that question ahead of time, Henry.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
That's fine.
That's a 5 question though.
That
I might
is
have to-
fine.
If I find it, we'll come back to you.
If you think about it randomly.
He's gonna be so distracted now thinking about
Yeah.
that while he answers the rest of
Because
this.
that's a good question. I love that question, but I
Yeah.
can't think
We
of
like
it.
to get to know our guests. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coop, who has the best fast food chicken sandwich?
Shake Shack.
Ooh, that's a first.
Whoa.
That's a first.
Shake Shack.
Unique.
has the best chicken sandwich.
Because it's a non-ATL answer and we're ATL based. So
Yeah.
I
Shake
mean,
Shack
it's
for
here.
Sure.
oh, they did.
They have one
opened
here.
a couple
here.
They're brand
But
new.
it's
Yeah,
just-
bruh.
It's just strange that he's saying that. I mean,
I'm sorry, Shake Shack, bro.
no, don't be sorry. Now I got to go try it.
Now we have to try it.
Yeah.
Definitely go try it, bro.
All right.
Last one of the short answer. Coop, what is your favorite curse word?
Kenny and them gonna love it. If something goes wrong, I always say, "Man, fuck." I just say that. I be like, "Man, fuck."
Specifically, man, fuck.
Yeah, I say
Yeah.
them 2 words. I be like, "Man, fuck."
Okay,
bro.
perfect.
I love it. I
Part
love it.
one.
Part one. It was good.
Man.
One pass, which,
Yeah.
we'll see. But besides that, pretty good part one. You got time to redeem yourself. Part two is the this or that.
I think the dynamite with the zombies, might have saved him.
It was good.
Okay, bad.
Rapping or singing?
Rapping,
Make loops or receive loops?
Receive loops.
Zay 808 or Spins 808?
Spins.
Delay or reverb?
Ooh, delay.
Lose all your drum sounds or permanently switch DAWs?
Lose all my drum sounds. Matter of fact, with that, I make my own drum sounds.
Ooh.
So like a lot
You've
of
been through that before with the back of
yeah, but a lot of my drums, some are made from scratch and some are like I've like tweaked. Like I have my own drum kit that I use every time.
Hard. Learn every instrument or speak every language?
Learn every instrument, of course.
Magic City or Cheetah?
I'm sorry. Ooh, that's a hard one. I can't answer that. I fuck with them. If we talking about food, I'd say Cheetah.
Of course.
I fuck with both of them. I don't know. Probably Magic City, bro.
Okay. Because Ben said he saw a story of yours.
Yeah.
We're having like an epic strip club meal.
Bro,
Like that.
what was that? Was that chicken and waffles?
Yeah, it was chicken and waffles and
God.
Cheetah at like, what was it, 2 a.m.?
Damn.
That was Cheetah?
Bro.
Yeah, it was Cheetah.
The
I was
Alluvia?
I had invited some girls and I was like, let's just go to Cheetah and like throw some money and like eat. And they were
Fire.
like, okay. And then when I went to the kitchen, I was like, dang, it's after 12 o'clock. They don't serve dinner. So I was like, well, let's just eat chicken and waffles.
I had never seen such amazing chicken and waffles.
Fire.
It was delicious too. I'm not going to
It
lie.
looks so good.
Coupe, you can either become a rapper who can't touch his own beats at all or leave the music industry.
Yeah, I would become a rapper who can't touch his beat. I'm not leaving the music industry. No.
Two Door, the album, coming soon. Last one.
Coupe's got bars.
Last one of the this or that. You have, this is to gauge your risk tolerance a
Yeah,
little
for
bit.
sure.
You have either a 90% chance of Gumbo going platinum or a 10% chance of Gumbo going diamond.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Rolling the dice.
I've always been a risk taker, 10% diamond.
Going for it.
Damn.
I'm going. I don't care.
Gumbo
that
diamond.
10%,
I like that.
10% is a lot.
Yeah.
You think it's not, but it's a lot.
I mean, it's
90
1 in 10.
90's a lot.
90's a lot, but
But
I feel-
diamond? Diamond's so legendary.
But diamond, you got to understand, like,
How many records have gone diamond?
Yeah, like,
not a
So
lot.
few.
you get what I'm saying? Like albums, like Michael
Albums.
Jackson Thriller is
Diamond.
Yeah. Multiple diamond. It sold what 66 million.
Some
Oh,
shit, yeah.
shit.
So it's like, yeah, it's the highest album ever. Like,
So is that 6 times
6
diamond?
times, I think so.
yeah, 6 times diamond.
Pretty
It's
much.
it's the highest album ever, like highest selling
Yeah.
album ever. So it's like that 10%. You know, bro, 10%. Like
One-
most
one
of us
in
would
10
look at that
chance.
like, yeah. You say what?
That's a 1 in 10 chance of it going diamond.
So
It's a
I,
not
90%
bad.
chance of not shit happening, but you know, well, anyway,
Yeah.
part 2,
I
we're
guess-
moving on to the last part of the rampage. This is the word association. I'm going to say one thing, one word. You just give me one right back. First thing off the top of your head.
okay.
Starting, as always, with hip hop.
Ooh, hip hop. Andre 3000.
I like it. Uncle.
Uncle. Shout out my Uncle Udi. He always believed in me making it in the industry. So my Uncle Udi, for sure.
Brick.
Quarter brick for brick, whole brick. Hey.
Shout out OJ.
Yeah.
Hot tub.
Hot tub. Man, me and Kenny got a video coming out, and he got some bad girls in a hot tub, and the video is rich. It's gonna be amazing. Y'all check that out,
Hell yeah.
Social media.
man. IG, man. I live on IG.
War.
War. What did I say about war? I don't know what to say about war, man.
You're not supposed to think about it. You just got to go.
War. I don't know. Navy. I know a lot of people that went to Navy.
Okay.
Where? Guitar.
Guitar. Jimi Hendrix, man, the GOAT.
Tiger.
Legend. Tiger. Man, what makes me think of Tiger? I ain't gonna lie. I think about Bloody Roar, the game.
Ooh.
That was my favorite character to play with. The
Okay.
Tiger on there.
Lil.
Lil Wayne.
Bitcoin.
Gotta buy a whole one.
Podcast.
One more time podcast. I gotta say that every time.
Bro, good job like sneaking us in there a couple times.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, this is great, man. Like,
I'm gonna say it every time.
Couple
yeah,
plugs.
yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
perfect.
Bentley.
Coupe, man.
Let's go.
Yo, this has been
What
an
a rampage.
amazing episode.
What an interview.
Holy shit. I feel honored that we got one of your first interviews.
The first.
The first.
The
Holy shit.
Exclusive. One more time, exclusive,
Yo,
baby.
like,
First
comment, and
video
subscribe for that shit.
Come on, man.
One more
Let's
time,
go.
getting exclusive interviews out here with
building.
fucking legendary producers.
The man behind Gumbo, man.
Yes.
Come on.
Appreciate you,
sure.
Coupe. As always, Henry, what are we doing?
Getting out of here.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Pop that shit like one more time. And pop that one more time. Pop that shit like one more time.